Hello everybody and welcome back to the second installment of Dyson Sphere Program. I appreciate you guys tuning in. So I built up a little bit since the last time I went live, and I noticed that the settings were not as clear as they could be. I upped the resolution a little bit, so hopefully this is going to be a better experience for you guys. So we're going to jump in and just kind of start managing what have already built. So if you guys are already on part 2, then that means you are pretty familiar with the game. Basically, this is a resource management type of game where we need to collect all the resources on our planet, make some stuff, automate it as best we can so that we can research and get through our tech tree, get to those more advanced technologies, and then fly to other planets. So right now I'm going through and automating all of the different buildings that we have, and I got most of the bare resources going right now in these components, so now it's just putting this all together to make the buildings. So one thing I've tried to do is keep one giant lane for the main bus for our resources, which is going to be this line right here. If we zoom in. So I know that I have resources kind of spread out. This is much more spread out than my first playthrough, but we're going to have one main resource bus going right through here, and we're going to have to do some research on the height at which we can build, so we can build this longer bus and actually make it taller rather than using individual lanes, because we're going to want to split resources off at different locations. All right, so we were working on, I believe, anything in this region, basically. We need to research the red cubes a little bit. So we're going to start to automate some of these other items. So we need to get iron over into our main bus here. Just trying to think where I want to path this if we want to get it into the main bus. So I left a decent amount of room here so we can have some more iron facilities feed into this if we need it. So I think we're going to send it right down the gears path right here. Try and double up my conveyors wherever I can to save a little bit of space and just make it a little bit more nice and neat. Oops, forgot to put in some outputs here. All right, we may need to add to our energy here again. I like to be between 50 and 75%, which that's where we're at right here. Once we start adding some more stuff, we'll have to add some more power generation. All right, so we're just getting iron into our main bus here so we can transfer this down the line. I want to go right beside the wind turbines that I'm creating down here. Feel free to ask questions if you guys need to, if you guys want to. My last playthrough that I was using on Twitch, I got to just before the interstellar travel, or I should say the interplanetary, however you say it, travel. Let's go to our tech tree real quick. It was, so there's intraplanetary. They must have changed it. It is interstellar. Okay, so this is the one that allows you to transfer resources from planet to planet. I had just gotten to that stage, but that's on my Twitch playthrough. So I figured let's go ahead and start over. And to be honest, this playthrough is not that much different. Okay, so now we're running into a problem here. Running into very similar problems. Maybe my build is not as different. It is definitely more spread out, but it doesn't seem to be easier that way because we're still going to have to replace a lot of the different belts. There we go. We'll get our gears down here. I'm sorry, our steel. This is steel that's going to be used in some of our production facilities. Alright, so what exactly do we need? We need steel, concrete, green circuits, and plasma. We got plenty of green circuits right here, so we're going to have a splitter for those. And I forgot that we have copper right there. Alright, we do not want to get super close. Let me place these miners first. To be honest, we might be able to hit this with just one miner. Okay, we've got to fill this in. Let's see if that's enough. Oh, they're not gonna, they don't like this in the middle either. Let's get this out of here. So we got one there. Alright, that's as good as we can make it, because we can put a splitter on there for 3. So we can take that copper back to where we're making our copper plates. Let's get that situated so we know where that's going to go, so we can kind of plan out where we can build some more facilities. And these green circuits will have to go around. Actually, let's not take up so much room with this build. That's better. Can't wait to get the the more drones and faster build. It's definitely going to speed this up. Alright, so this copper can go, and we'll fill it in again to the main bus. And this will go this direction. Alright, we'll leave it at that just so I know where it goes. We don't actually need that copper yet, but we'll go ahead and fill that in a little bit later. Alright, so that means our iron can go up and around. There we are. Let's see, how low are they going to let me go? To the ground. I love it. Alright. So we're bringing this steel in. And now we need to reconnect these green circuits that we have here, but let's go ahead and branch it off first. How do we want to do this? Oh, that was one too many. We're hitting our steel line that we just put in there. There we go. I'm not worried about putting it over and through resources like that. Just saves room. And now we can use this. There we are. Alright, so we have steel. Okay, it looks like we can create at least the oil production facilities. These two with steel and green circuits, so we need concrete and plasma, which are both over here. So again, spread things out. It's going to be interesting when we have to replace all these belts. I wish there was a faster way to replace the belts. Alright, so our fast steel, I'm sorry, not steel, concrete is right here. So we'll just kind of follow this in with the green circuits. There we are. I always misjudge how much it takes to get to the next level on these conveyor belts. Alright, and to be honest, I'm actually going to back this up a little bit, and I'm going to double this splitter. Ooh, it doesn't like that it's beside it. Maybe we'll just go in the same way. I think that's probably going to be easier. There we go. Let's see here. They're going to allow me... There might be a grid change. That's why they're not allowing me to put this here. There it is. Alright, we got our steel coming in. And lastly... Oh wait, that wasn't steel. This was concrete. Keep calling it like that. Now we need our plasma, which should be back here. We'll just follow this track here. We'll go ahead and move our Tesla tower out of the way. Let's actually keep it on We'll go back this lane. There we go. Next thing I want to mass produce is the foundations for sure, because I want to fill in this water. We're losing a lot of manufacturing space because we got too much water. That is unfortunately close to that stone. I didn't realize that. We'll have to adjust that a little bit later. We'll have to see if we actually need that stone. Probably will. More than likely. Alright, so we're bringing the plasma in, and we'll probably want to split this out as well, so we'll give ourselves some space to do that. There we are. Alright, now for the one part, this is going to take 4. So we can have 3 lanes on one side. And we'll put 2 lanes on the other side. Oh, it's the water, I bet. Right. Lack of an item. Lack of an item. Yeah, this is definitely the next thing we're going to mass produce. Because this is a pain to create. There we go. Now we shouldn't have any problems. Cool. Alright, so this is going to be for our oil extractors. And this is going to be for our oil refineries. And I'm just using the caret keys, left caret and right caret, to copy and paste recipes. Just seems to go a little bit faster when I do that. Okay, so that's enough room for that, and then we're going to split this off so we have another track there. Give ourselves some power, and then we'll drop our sorters, and we should be set. Just need some storage containers. There we are. right. Very nice. Automation at its finest. We're getting that management done. Alright, so the next thing we're going to work on, we do need to get hydrogen to get those red spheres going. Spheres? Cubes. The energy matrices. The red cubes and the blue cubes. So I am going to go, I think, and start to get some hydrogen going, just so that we can start getting our at least a little bit of red cubes created and get that underway. So make sure we got everything we need. We got sorters, we got storage facilities. Let's see, we can make some more liquid. Need some more iron for that. There we go. And I think we're set. So for hydrogen, yeah, we're basically just going to store all of those. And I already set a path out here. The only thing we might need is some more power, because these are going to take up a lot of juice. So let's go to where we're creating our wind turbines. We'll go ahead and throw some of these down as we go over there. Alright, that should be plenty. Here it is. Here's our lane. We're going to go right to the oil. So I'm going to line this up with some wind turbines, give us some more power. Super cheap power. That's unfortunate. Tower sits right on it. Just basically trying to follow the grid lines, put them as close together as possible. Yeah, I think that's too close to the water. Alright, here we are. So now we just got to figure out which direction do we want to go with our oil. Which I would think we want to go towards everything else. So we're going to go this direction. There we are. And we're going to go ahead and put these two lanes together. We're probably going to need both of these together to fill a belt. Maybe not a slow belt, but eventually when we get a fast belt, we will. Alright, Unfortunately, we're going towards the pole here. Let's see if that's enough space. Ooh, did I forget to grab any coal? I did. That's unfortunate. We at least have a Tesla tower here we can use. We'll get powered up. Alright, so the oil refinery, as long as it's got 3 slots, it should be fine. I'm going to see how close we can put these together. Unfortunately, not super close. We might be better off going horizontal instead of into the center. I think that's just going to make it easier on ourselves, so let's do that. We're going to change the direction at which this is going. We're going to go east to west instead of north to south. And we'll have just enough so that we can gather some resources and actually do some stuff with that hydrogen. Figuring out which side we want to put this. We'll need them on both sides probably. If we stagger this, we'll be able to do both sides. Yeah, the problem is that we got more space here. I don't know how well this. We might have to space out the other side too. Something like that. There we go. That'll definitely work. Okay, so we'll set this up for oil. Copy the recipe over. We got plenty. We gotta make sure we do this right though. There we are. And we'll start with the other side. There we are. Perfect. So if we just keep going with that, we should be good. And we got to put in a filter as well. As we can see, we got resources coming out of both lanes, but we want to make sure that we only have one resource per lane. So we'll have to add some filters here, which we can do with the shortcut keys as well. So for example, we want this one to be hydrogen. So set filter, hydrogen, and then we'll just copy that to our other sorters. There we are. And then same thing for refined oil. Here it is. Make sure we're good on both sides. Looks good. Alright, and now we'll just go ahead and clean these belts real quick to make sure we got the right resource on the right belt. Alright, looks good to me. Alright, belts are cleaned, and now we can set it up so they're going the right place. And unfortunately, we're going to need some more foundations because it looks like we're going to run into the water. Okay, that looks good to me. There we are. And we'll give ourselves some liquid storage here. These ones fill up or can store much more than the actual storage bins if you're going to store them as unit resources rather than liquid resources.
It is more suitable for storing fluid than the storage.
Well, how about that? That might be too close.
It can be built vertically. However,
what
once
the?
it has been removed, all the
Nope,
stored fluid
not that.
will be devastated.
Devastated. Too close. Alright. We're going to back both of them up just so it looks better. There we are. Alright, I brought out the oil a little bit further in case we needed to add more refineries onto that, but looks like this is going to be good for now. We're going to be getting much more refined oil. Oh, that's odd. Why isn't that going in right there? Just filling up on energy so we can figure out what is going on over here before we go get more coal. Why did it stop? I think it got filled up with a hydrogen. I think the wrong resource got onto the belt somehow. Let me just double check our belts here. think we're good. I think the hydrogen just got on the wrong belt somehow. Alright, so now that these are filling up, we can go ahead and set up our hydrogen. We have not learned the new hydrogen yet, but we can go ahead and set up getting our red cubies. Alright. We'll go get some coal first, make sure that we're all powered up, because we are completely out of juice. Drop off some of these resources we don't need. Alright, trying to stay away from doing anything manually from now on. We might need to do a little bit of it, but we no longer want to do that. Alright, we can build some more wind turbines as we go. We definitely need the power. I think that's all we're going to get here. There we go. We got a surplus of coal here just for this purpose, so we can get powered up. Alright, I am not automating the thermal power stations, but we have plenty of space on the planet, so we should probably load up with wind turbines. So we're going to go around the planet here, just filling this up. Do multiple rows at a time if we can. Well, we are going to run into some water. This is why we need to mass produce the foundations, because there is just too much water on this planet. Should give us the energy boost we need. Right on. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're making blues over here. That was a temporary setup. Probably going to have to create a more permanent setup. Alright, so for reds, make sure we got enough room. That's all the copper over here. So it looks like at the pole, we'll go ahead and create our station for all our reds, blues, and yellows, and eventually other colors. And looks like we're gonna run out of conveyors. Let's take this away for now. Refined oil is getting full a lot faster than the hydrogen, but that's okay because we can just add more tanks if we need to. Running over here to get more conveyor belts. Just wait a second to get powered up. And it's getting nighttime again. How about that? Gotta love the day-night cycle. So we're gonna produce reds in here. So we need to bring the graphite over to this region. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually gonna move this slightly. Alright, time to bring the graphite over here. Should be over here somewhere. Here we are. Just gotta figure out where we're moving it to. So right now it's just being stored here, which is fine. Go ahead and get it moved out. And figure out which path we want to take here. We can go... Guess we'll go straight over. Did it again. Misjudge. There we are. Looks like we gotta go to a new lane anyways. Oh, we didn't complete the path over here. Okay, it's coming now. Sweet. Alright. So we'll follow the copper up and over. Looks like a good plan. Make sure it completes this first. May seem a lot like jacking around right now, but the space will help us later on when we need to basically get rid of the conveyor belts and move to just using ships that fly everywhere. Be super helpful. Stand here and get powered up while these guys build. All right, let's get it going. Alright, red cubes are underway. We can always add to that to produce those faster. Alright, what I think we'll do is we'll put our research down here in this region. So what we should have is at least a container so that we can store this, make sure that it keeps producing. So we'll do something like this. And we'll need multiple lanes for the research. So the blues are going to come down here. There we are. And we'll put the blues on the other side. Ooh, we don't have any more. I took all my resources out. Okay. No biggie. We need a third lane for the actual blues to come through. That's right. There we are. Alright, fill this up with, we're going to produce the blues here. And for blue spheres, we need what? Magnetic coils and green circuits. So we're going to have to branch those off of our main hub and bring them over. Looks like we can branch them here. Oop, I accidentally left clicked. Alright, while that's building, so we need green circuits and magnetic coils. Looks like we got a branch right here. That works out. Might have to go under first. Yep, that ain't gonna work either. I think we might be able to go through here. There we are. Now we're just going to bring this all the way to our blues over there. I've never built this close to the pole before, so this definitely looks super interesting the closer you get to the pole. Alright, so we got our one resource here. And we'll go ahead and get this set up. Trying to understand where they're trying to put this. Oh, they're trying to go beside it. Oh, that's why this went to a different path. That's why. Wondered why that looks so goofy. That's better. That's what we want. That's gonna look super weird, but they wouldn't let me build any other way. Man, building north to south is definitely a challenge with the way the grid is. Now I know why people stay away from the poles. Ooh, that's challenging. Well, we got him here. Alright, blue cubes are coming through. I'm going to take one of these off real quick just so we can get the research going. And we'll line up our research right down here. Actually, let's put this on the other side. Well, we might not be able to do that because we're going to have 3 through here. We'll give it some space. researching now. That's definitely the next thing we need to automate, is making the foundations and matrix labs. So I know where we can get some more. Let's go ahead and destroy these items here. Okay, that works. We'll throw them over here. All right, that'll go a little bit more speedy. And we do need to throw in a storage bin for the blues as well. Let's go ahead and double that up. All right, let's go get these matrix labs built. So we need metal, glass, circuits, and magnetic coils. Okay, so we don't need steel. We don't need concrete. We need circuits though, so we'll pull some circuits. Okay, so we don't want to get too close to the steel, so we'll send our resources north here. Circuits, iron, glass, and magnetic coils. We got plenty of iron over here we can steal from. Okay, let's actually take it out the back. We do, well, okay, doesn't matter if we do that or not. Okay, we got our iron. I know how we can make this a little better. Let's do this. There we go. That's better. Alright, we got the better motors. Nice. Alright, now we need magnetic coils, which should be somewhere in this vicinity. Those are motors. Here they are. Coming in right here. Pull these off as well. Okay, we'll get this going through here. Need to make sure. Alright, we're gonna have to go under. Alright, there's 3 of our resources. And the last thing we need is glass. And it seems to be the closest thing. Looks like this is not even doing much here, so let's go ahead and set up a second section here. We'll leave that there. We'll leave one gap just so we have enough for power towers. Doesn't look like we're automating these as well. There we are. And we'll go ahead and pull some stone off of this. my goodness. Too close. Alright, let's do it this way anyways. I think that's taking up too much space. We'll put it here. There we go. So the best way I've found to do the sorters is that you can, if it only has one resource, you can put 2 lanes in the middle and then just stagger your sorters like so. Works every time. There we go. We got our glass building up there. We just need to get some more smelters. Let's see, what do I need to build smelters? Concrete. There we are. Alright, those are good to go. Heck, we might even need a third one right now. How are we doing on power? Power is nearly at max. Can go quicken up our research here after we get these built. There we are. We'll just take this straight through. And this is where they're going to be output. And we'll get some sorters in here. Send in the glass. Alright, looks like we do need one more setup here. Alright. This stone is kaput. Looks like we can put one on this side too. Why don't we go ahead and do that? There we are. And let's go ahead and put in a splitter right here too. There we are. Always helps having the resources on the belt, then I can better plan out where these sorters are going to go. Just makes it easier. That stuff looks funky. What's going on, Edward? How you doing? We are doing some research and resource management. Alright, this is probably going to be better off with a sorter here. So the whole idea with this game is resource management on a planet, trying to pull all its resources, do some research so you can research some space technologies, and then be able to travel to new planets, get new resources, and keep the train going. There we go. A little funky there, but it keeps the resources moving. I'm okay with that. As long as the train keeps going, we'll be all right. We just got the high efficiency logistics system, so that means Mark II belts. That is going to be a priority as soon as we get our research going here. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Yep, we just need to be able to research a little bit faster. Let's see what other technologies we have. It would help if I could move a little bit faster. These will go fast. Those will go fast for sure. Not that one yet. We don't have yellow cubes yet. There we are. Alright, we're going to be researching super fast now. We got them, we might as well put them to use. Alright, let's get some of these foundations in here so we don't have to fly all the time. To be honest, I think that's why they made me put this one so far away. Let's try that again. Yep. I might be able to put this one closer too. Alright, that is much better. How fast it's researching now. Doesn't know what to do with itself. Ah, so much better. Alright, most of these are going to take yellows, but we'll get all these upgrades up so we can move a little bit faster. Break that temporarily. Put in a tower here. Alright. Researching out the wazoo. Let's go get some of these other buildings going here. We're not automating all the buildings that we could be. Alright, to make the next size belt, we need the better motors. Same thing with the sorters. Okay, we're not doing splitters yet, so we can do that. Looks like we have everything we need here. Yep. So we'll put them right here if we can split this up correctly.
You have unlocked the vertical construction technology. When building facilities such as matrix lab, storage, and storage tank, you can try to build them vertically for more efficiency use of space.
To be honest, we can pull right from here, it looks like. So let's make one more assembly machine. And we need gears. So let's stack the splitters so we can split this. Why doesn't it like that? Is that too close? Totally is. That's why I didn't like it. Oh, it's going the wrong way, that's why. Oh, snap. Alright, rather than do that, we'll put the splitter here. There we go. Doesn't like it to go down right there. I wonder why. I was able to build it the other way. There's no lane right there. There. That was more pain than it needed to be. Okay, so we got the metal, we just need the gears. Oh, I didn't put inserters on this side. There we go. Now we're making splitters. All right. So we got our main bus, which we can streamline once we're able to build our splitters a little bit higher. We're just going to throw them on top so that we can move up, and then our main bus is just going to come down this lane here, and we take off whatever we need to build, and we just keep going with it. We'll have to skip over this resource if we need to move that way, or we can just build the resources out this way. Because as you can see, some of them are already stocked up. They don't need a whole lot. But we may need to use some of these buildings for making other buildings. All depends. All right, we did not automate smelters yet, so we can do that. All right, I think we're at a good stopping point though. So when we come back, I'm going to have basically build out some of these other structures. You saw how I basically managed all of the resources up till now. I'll have some of these other structures automated, and then we'll start to replace some of these belts for the resources with these other marks. And we'll get ready for doing some more liquids and getting ready for the yellow cubes as well. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it.